Happy almost Thanksgiving, friends. For some of you, this is your favorite holiday, and I really do love it myself. It's fall, my favorite. I love it, love, love it. Raise your hand if you love the cranberry sauce in the can. Yeah, sliced grossness. Oh, I love it every year. I hate it in April, but in November, it's the best food I've ever had. I love it. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I usually bring that because other people want to do that homemade, like actual cranberries. I don't understand that. This is for slicing. Anyway, I love it. I'm so excited. But I read this study that I wanted to pop on here and talk to you about gratitude and it actually changing neural pathways. And I sort of rolled my eyes as I started this. Everybody wants to talk about gratitude journals. And remember Oprah, they all talked about, they got their journal and they wrote down 3 things they were grateful for. And people talked about how that was life-changing. And I think it was because I was younger and more cynical than I am now. But now I'm reading this article as an adult woman and I'm listening to the science behind it. And I've read a lot about neuroplasticity since, and I understand that, oh yeah, you really can change your brain with the way you think. And it is woo-woo and it is all over TikTok and Instagram and everybody. And so then we wonder if it's actually real science. So we're going to talk a little bit about the science somewhat, but mostly how you can use that to change your brain, all for the better. I'm GenX Missy, a retirement life coach, and on this channel we talk a lot about how we're building a life we love and how we can do that through gratitude is why we're here today. And I'll be honest, gratitude is more effortless sometimes than others. When we're tired, when we're stressed, when our body's changing, when life is coming at us, when our boss wants more from us, and our commute is longer, it's a lot. And sometimes the practice of gratitude seems like one more thing. But I'm here to tell you what I'm understanding is it really can change your life. The wild part is it does that by quieting the amygdala. So practicing gratitude, that moment of thinking about gratefulness where you feel happy, if you see your granddaughter's face or a loved one's face, something that makes you feel that joyful, grateful feeling, it can be you thanking yourself in the mirror. We'll talk more about how to get there, but that feeling of gratitude rewires the amygdala and calms it down. That's the part where the stress and the anxiety, that place in your brain, it quiets that with serotonin and dopamine and the chemicals that make us feel connected and motivated. You are strengthening those positive neural pathways through consistent practice of gratitude. Studies show that when you practice gratitude, your brain's ventromedial prefrontal cortex lights up. The same area is linked to calm, optimism, and better decision making. Basically, thankfulness gives your midlife brain a reboot. You can practice gratitude in a lot of ways, and I really did read that one of those is thanking yourself in the mirror, and that sounds a little wacky, but you got up this morning to go to work. You got up to do the thing. You showed up for yourself. Another is, if you've read the Bible, there's the Daniel in the lion's den story. Daniel actually ended up in the lion's den because of what I'm about to tell you. He prayed 3 times a day, and that was his practice, and the bad guys knew this, so they wanted to get Daniel in trouble. So they told the king to make a ruling, don't let people pray, that means they're anti-you. And so Daniel got thrown in the lion's den because he kept up a consistent prayer 3 times a day. Prayer in itself, by the way, is its own practice of gratitude. Meditation, some people prefer. These are consistent practices, and in those, you can build those neural pathways. Consistent practice builds that feeling of calm, calming the amygdala, bringing in the serotonin and dopamine, giving you more motivation, peacefulness. The other thing that I mentioned earlier is that Oprah talked about journaling. Some people leave a journal by their bed, and at night they write down 3 things that they are grateful for. What works better for me is something I'm calling gratitude stacking, kind of stealing it from James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, where he teaches people to get a new habit by stacking it with or putting it next to another habit. Like when you're brushing your teeth, take your vitamins. So for me, I do something like that. As I'm brushing my teeth, I'm thinking of something I'm grateful for that day. And I'm staring at myself in the mirror thinking about that. When making coffee, perhaps you can think about how you showed up for yourself that day. it is just about eliciting that feeling of gratitude. And maybe as you're turning off the lights at night, you can be thankful for the one person that you are happy that is in your life right now. This is something best practiced in consistent daily actions. My frenemy, consistency. And here's what I've learned about gratitude in midlife. It is not about pretending everything's great. It is about anchoring ourselves in the positive when life feels uncertain. It's about looking at the gray hair. Look at these roots. Looking at the gray hair and the wrinkles and all of that, and being grateful that you're still here. So this Thanksgiving, try it with me. Take one routine thing and practice gratitude on top of that. And maybe let me know below which you chose. Or why don't you let me know what your 25-year-old self would be so proud of you for being, doing, or having right now? What would she be thankful for? Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. This is GenX Missy. Together we're building a life we love. Until next time, remember, start now and we can retire happy.